Hello, everybody. It's Mr. Renner again on a beautiful Tuesday morning. And today we are going to be finishing up the book. Yes, the turtle book that you have, volume one. This is the last story. So we're not going to be using it anymore. After today, you're not going to need that book. So um, let's get started, okay? Yeah, so as I said before, this is the last story in the book that we're going to be reading, the last story of theme 8 and the last story of volume 1. It actually is a book, it's a story that we started last week on Friday. It's called Wild Weather. Do you remember? All the way in the back, we're actually not going to be on page 272. We are going to be on page 274. All right, so let's open up to page 2. Yeah, sorry. This is the story. Wild weather. We started this last week, and it's talking about different types of really, really wild, crazy weather that doesn't happen very often. We read about wet weather, and today we're going to read about cold weather and hot weather. Cold weather, kind of like we had this weekend, right? But even worse. So let's get started. Cold weather. How cold can one place get? Antarctica is covered in ice. The average temperature in Antarctica is negative 67 degrees. On July 21st, 1983, the temperature reached a new low, negative 129 degrees. How much snow can one storm leave behind? People in Mount Shasta, California remember 1959. Snow fell from February 13th to 19th. After 7 days, 189 inches of snow had fallen. Most of the snow fell high up on the mountain where few people lived, so many people did not know that they had seen a record breaking storm. Wow, 189 inches that's a lot of, God, that must be like 12, 13 feet. How big can a snowflake get? Moist air makes big snowflakes. On January 28, 1887, the air must have been really moist at Fort Keogh, Montana. A rancher saw the world's largest snowflake, measured 15 inches wide, and it was 8 inches thick. That's a big snowflake. So, yeah, it can even get colder and it can have more snow than we have here in Minnesota. Isn't that crazy? But what about hot weather? I'm paying attention here. We have a big red title, and that means we're going to be in a new section. And remember, every one of these sections has a question and then an answer. So here, the section is all about cold weather. Now this section is all about hot weather. This is how expository texts work. How hot can one place get? Let's travel to Al Aziziyah, Libya. This desert town is in northern Africa. On September 13th, 1922, the temperature climbed to 136 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the hottest recorded temperature on Earth so far. The hottest afternoon in the USA was in Death Valley, California. It was 134 degrees Fahrenheit on July 10th, 1913. How dry can one place get? Earth has hot deserts and cold deserts. Hot or cold, deserts are the driest places on Earth. Africa, Chile, I'm sorry, Arica, Chile is a cold desert in the mountains of South America. Arica did not have one drop of rain in 14 years. In fact, Arica got only 0.03 inches of rain in 59 years. Extreme weather. How big was the biggest tornado? The biggest tornado blasted through Hallam, Nebraska on May 22nd, 2004. This tornado was more than 2.5 miles wide. How big can a hailstone get? Aurora, Nebraska. Oh, poor Nebraska has all of these really dangerous extremes. The hailstone measured more than 7 inches wide, so it's a big ball of ice that fell from the sky. That's about the size of a soccer ball. The scientists are not sure of its weight, though. The hailstone hit a house and broke into pieces. And what is the worst flood on record? The Yellow River flows through China. Heavy rain causes it to flood often. The worst flood was June 1887. Water rushed over the dam and flooded more than 50,000 square miles. 2 million people lost their houses. As you can see, weather gets really wild in some parts of the world. Make sure you are ready if wild weather comes to your area. I think that's a good example. And with that, this is page 276. Yeah, we're done with volume 1. Next week, I'm sorry, this week, probably like Wednesday or Thursday, you're going to come to Valley View and get another book and some other supplies. It'd be great if you could turn this book back in too. We'll get it from you somehow. Don't lose this book. But you're soon going to get a new book, and we'll start that new book next week. But for right now, let's just finish up our Theme 8 packet. Wild weather is mostly about what? And then you have these pictures. And there's this here. This looks like it could be rain or snow. There's definitely snow here. Here is a desert that looks really hot, a lot of wind, and some more snow. So the words we have are blizzard, desert, hail. Which one of them could be hail? Monsoon, records, and tornado. So those are the words. You can find out which one you think, which box you think that those go into. And of course, as always, we'll go over it at the end. I'll see you all tomorrow, everybody. Goodbye.